Yo, people, welcome back. It's 10 p.m. You know what time that is? It's that time for Danny AFC TV. Shouts out to all the bro ones. Guys, first thing, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Shouts out to anyone that was involved in the England watch along earlier. Shouts out to the birthday boy Manny. And everyone that was viewing the stream. Wasn't the greatest game, but I suppose England-wise, it wasn't the worst game I've ever seen in my life. What's happening? Carnage. I like that. What's happening in the chat? Nothing much. No one's really here. I've got a few bits that I want to go into, Arsenal-wise, Premier League-wise, asking a few questions. Balogun, what happens next? Now, things coming out from France is... it isn't even a thing. Like, he gives a fuck if he comes back to Arsenal. He doesn't mind staying in France. He'll test Germany next. He'll test Italy. The word on road is Arteta kind of asked him, not that he didn't trust him as a goal scorer, allegedly. He asked him to go out to France to kind of grow up as a human being. And he says he's not only grown up as a human being, he's matured. And obviously he's scoring goals to the tune of 17. I wonder if Eddie Nketiah got 17. Like, you have to put this into perspective. He hasn't gone out to like Lille, PSG, Marseille, one of the better teams, say, in France. Do you know what I mean? Someone else was on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember their bastard name. Who? But he's went out to Reims. Reims have a very, very inexperienced manager. He's an English guy. He's 30 years old. I can't even remember his name. So it was a massive risk to go to Rennes. Obviously, it's a win-win. He scored 17 goals. Now, then you put this into perspective. He is one goal as far as I know it. He's one goal ahead of Kylian Mbappe in the scoring charts. He's the top scorer in fucking French football. And remember, look at all the stars: Neymar, Messi. Are you taking the piss? Marco Verratti. They've got all types of players that are supplying Kylian Mbappe. And of course, we all know Kylian Mbappe is world class. So even though France, guys, shouts out to Luca, Linda, Khan, even though France is a bit of a farmers league, like, listen, he's the top scorer in France. Like, again, when I scream Neymar, Kylian Mbappe, Messi, I don't care if Messi's 34, coming 35. He should be scoring, for me, as many goals as Florian Balogun at Reims. Like, this is Reims. They've got an English geezer, with no disrespect to English people, but I've never heard of the motherfucker. He's doing all right in France. Do you know what I mean? He's a 30-year-old English geezer. And when I heard bits about him, he learned everything that he knows about football from Football Manager. He obviously wasn't a footballer. He's never been a coach until, obviously, Reims gave it. Fuck knows how this job opportunity come about. I'd love the chance to have gone out to France and managed fucking Reims. Shouts out to Tyler just jumping in. So, Florian Balogun, you have to say, to be the top scorer in France, like, honestly, I know world football. I know football inside out. I cannot name you, and I shit you not, I can't name one other player in that Reims team. So, 3 minutes, 45 minutes into the stream, 3 minutes, 45 seconds into the stream, guys. Let's have a big a round of applause to Florian Balogun. Further on Florian Balogun, he's eligible to play for Nigeria, the USA, and of course England. All three countries have apparently laid down their hats to him and laid down their plans to him as an international striker. And obviously, there was a lot of media gossip saying that he was going to play for Nigeria. That was a couple of months ago. Now, I've heard it more that he actually does fancy himself. He thinks he's good enough to play for England. But I've been told he shall, in the next week or two, choose the USA to represent going forward. And I think that'll be a smart decision. I think it will be hard for him to get into the England team. Like, he hasn't even got any Arsenal team. Let's have it fucking right. And so, yeah, I think USA is win-win. Who have they got up front? I can't really think. They've got a couple of midfielders. Weston McKennie, the guy from Valencia, who's very good, the former Arsenal midfielder, who actually never got a game for us. If I was Florian Balogun, I would be disappearing. Excuse me. international wise, to play for the USA. But guys, the question I'm going to ask: Florian Balogun, where does he figure out Arsenal now? I've heard he's open to leaving. The club are in no kind of rushed again, like the Saliba contract and other things that I bitch about Arsenal. The club are in no rush to kind of settle him down and say, no, 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 you're a massive part of the plans next season. We need more than 2 strikers. We're going to be in the Champions League, League Cup, FA Cup, and then hopefully, you'd like to think, another Premier League title race if there's a God. So, real talk, guys. Balogun, what do we do with this kid? Remember, I shit you not. I know football inside out. I can't name you one other player at fucking Rems apart from Balogun. So for that alone, honestly, if he was at PSG right now, let's pretend, I know it's very theoretical and all that bollocks, but let's pretend the boy himself was at PSG. I reckon he's on 25, 30 goals already in France this season and going on to have a kind of Erling Haaland type of season. Because, again, who's creating the goals from a fucking Rems? So, honestly, I totally take my hat off. I know it, again, I do appreciate it's a bit of a farmers league, but Balogun, he's the top scorer in France. It ain't like he's got Messi, Neymar, and Kylian Mbappe fucking supplying him all of the chances. And this is what Kylian Mbappe has over him. He plays for the much better club with all kinds of world-class players. So if Arsenal, from the way I've heard it, if Arsenal are to release, or not release on a free, but to sell Florian Balogun at the end of the season, man, I'm going to be kind of disappointed. Number one, he hasn't had a fair crack at the whip, and we've given Nketiah fucking numerous chances. So I think that's bollocks and totally out of order. But guys, please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Shouts out to any new guys on the stream. Usman, Danny Bro, how have you been? A long time, my brother. Usman, shit, it's you, G. What's going on? But you know what I'm like, so I'll get straight back to you, Usman. Let's get back to the top of these comments. Let me see what the people are saying. So, topic number 1, guys. Most definitely, Raphael here. Florian Balogun, what to do? I hear he's going to pledge his allegiance to the US of A, and he will become an international striker for the USA. Like contract-wise, say you wanted to give him a new contract and say, all right, let's let bygones be bygones. Not that there's anything to really be letting bygones go about, but come back and battle with Jesus and Nketiah. So when it comes around to this contract, well, obviously there's no number 14 shirt, laugh out loud, to give him. Do we offer him 100 grand a week? What, because Eddie got 100 grand a week? Like, we've opened ourselves a bit of a prick can of worms giving Eddie Nketiah 100 grand a week, and I still don't know who done that. Guys, another question is, hence the title of the stream. Which, I don't know, I can't remember what I called it. Which 3 to 4 players would make this Arsenal team absolutely perfect? What 3 to 4 players? Is it the Rice? Is it Bellingham? Is it Caicedo? Is it Osimhen? What 3 to 4 players? Do we need a right back? Do we need a centre back? What positions would you... I say we need a winger, most definitely. But we'll get into that a little bit later. What 3 to 4? Why is that not sticking? What 3 to 4 players does Arsenal need next season to not make this a one-season wonder, a flash in the pan, you know what I mean? A one year that we just go for a title like Leicester, and then we don't repair again for another 10 years and go for another title race. So what basically maintains what we've got going on at the moment? Keeping the squad together, number 1, is obviously vital. The more that we're successful, or the more that we're doing well, rather, people will look at Saka. People will look at Odegaard. Do you know what I mean? People will be looking at Saliba. They're the 3 players I think that are probably our most valuable at the moment. And if Saliba doesn't get a new deal very soon, it could be a fucking bit precarious. But let me get into the comments. What's happening, Danny, in the chat? What do you think of Ivan Toney's debut? Not very much, but he got, I don't know, 10, 11 minutes. So it's kind of hard in 10, 11 minutes. Then again, I've seen people score hat-tricks in 10, 11 minutes. I don't think Ivan Toney is actually the great... Like, I still maintain I wouldn't bring him to Arsenal. I think he's a good player. I think he is better than Nketiah. But I don't know. I'd still bring Balogun back. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Ivan Toney. Yes, he's very physical. Yes, he's very strong. Yes, he'll be good from corners. Yes, he's not bad at set pieces. I mean, direct free kicks. And we know he bangs in a blinding penalty. But he doesn't play that Arsenal way, the Jesus press, the running around. And even all right, Nketiah doesn't either. But I don't know. He's still a bit more mobile for me than than Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney's a fucking good striker, and I'm not trying to be up myself or just ruling it out. I just think if we was to go for a striker, and I don't think Ivan would come cheap. I don't think he would come a penny cheaper than, let's say, £50 million. For me, he's still a medium shelf. He is. I want to shop at Harrods. Do you know what I mean? Like, or in supermarkets. Do you know what I mean? He's Morrison's. He's just above Aldi, Lidl, possibly or Morrison's. Do you know what I mean? We need to get some more like, Marks and Spencer's food. A bit of Waitrose, if you like. But guys, once again, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. I'm going to spark this and get into the comments. And let's see what's good. Balogun, what do we do, guys? What 3 or 4 players makes this Arsenal team great? I've got some Premier League transfer gossip and a little bit concerning, of course, our very own Arsenal. We need to keep Balogun. He's 10 times the player Nketiah is. I've always believed that, but I believed that before he went out on loan. So now I think he's at least 27 times the player Nketiah is, because I already thought he was 10 times better. I know I only really see footage of him in the youth, but he just seems so much more clinical. Like, put the ball in front of him, he seems to score. And but again, I know it's at a different level. That's some sexy apple. Oh. Ha ha ha, how you? Yo. Tyler's in the building. Tyler on with that fucking throne. What's happening? Right, more on to Balogun. Balogun has pace, power, composure on the ball, and eye for goal. He's the complete package. And he's just going to get better. And he's 21 years old. I do believe Nketiah is 23. Not that it's a massive difference, but for me, he's still 2 years the younger and probably 2 years the fucking better footballer. I don't get that about Arteta. And the noises are that I'm hearing, honestly, we're going to cash in. I clearly know for a fact that he's the more sellable asset between him and Nketiah, but why wouldn't we want to keep that asset? That does confuse the absolute fuck out of me. Wow. I'm really good. Good, and I'm happy for you. Tyler seems in a superb mood as well. Shouts out to all the happy Sunday motherfuckers. Please hit the likes on the video and do be subscribing if you're new. Can I come on? What time is it? Let me have my big old rant, bruvs. If you want to come on and you want to persevere, come on at 10:45 because I'm still not even 5% in my rant yet. So if you want to come on, G, by all means, remind me at 10:30, 10:40, and I will and shall send you the link. But at the moment, I need to have my rant, and it's a Balogun one. Which 3-4 players, genuinely, I'd like to know, guys. Is Declan Rice a smokescreen? I was reading something that former Arsenal right back Lee Dixon was saying, and he was saying it was funny Arsenal. It was something that I said a couple of months ago. Why did we go for Srason, but we wouldn't have went for Rice if we really wanted Rice in the summer? Why would we have went for Srason? None of that made sense for me. And Lee Dixon's kind of obviously on my level, and he's suggesting something similar. He's saying, I believe all this Declan Rice to Arsenal is bullshit. He's a Chelsea fan. I think Chelsea will get involved. I think Liverpool need him just as much as Chelsea. And I agree with Lee Dixon. I've said it today as well. I think this is before I read that. I think Liverpool need a Declan Rice more than a Jude Bellingham. Preferably for Liverpool fans, I believe they need both midfielders. But getting back to the Arsenal, why would we have bid for Srason, though? It was either, as I would say a lot on this stream, as when it comes to Arsenal, was it a fake bid? Because if you want Rice in the summer that could cost 80 million, why was we bidding 65, 68 million for Moses Srason? Now, there is the Lee Dixon. I hope I didn't call him Lee Gunner. He's the Lee Dixon, the Arsenal right back, former Arsenal right back from way, way back in the day. He reckons Declan Rice is a smokescreen for Moses Srason. Now, further digging into this, guys, because you know I'm fucking good at digging up a story. I've been watching Fabrizio Romano's tweets. Not that I follow him, but you know what I mean? I've got other people that probably follow him for me because I just don't want to listen to his noise. The Italian cocksucker. So, he has said, Arsenal, don't be surprised. And he did kind of put, remember I said this first. Arsenal are still not finished with Brighton and Moses Caicedo. Something to that effect was said by the motherfucker himself, Fabrizio Romano. Lee Dixon reckons also that it's a bit of a smokescreen for Declan Rice, and we're going to go back after Moses Caicedo. So, guys, stick with me. We are linked with a midfielder that I've been speaking about for 4 weeks. A golden star, a blue Peter badge will wing the way to anyone in this audience. Cam. Why do I feel Cam might get it? If anyone can think of the midfielder in my mind that I've been speaking about for the last 2 to 4 weeks, kind of a lot. I don't want to say the next bit because it would just give it away. But who is a midfielder? I've been talking a lot, and it ain't Rice or Caicedo, obviously. I've been talking a lot about for the last 2 to 4 weeks, and suddenly today, and it is according to Fabrizio Romano, but that, guys, Luca as well. That's why you're clearly not coming on yet, because I'm not even 5% through. What I want to talk about. So yes, you can. Well, not now. Danny, bro, how are you? Been a long time. Usman, my G, how are you, brother? Bro, it's been a fucking long time. How are you, bros? Okay, I'm playing FIFA and Barca signed Kyle Walker, laugh out loud. Why would they do that? In saying that, Barcelona ain't. They had to get Bellerin from Arsenal last summer. Maybe they need a right back. Possibly could be a good signing. Fucking love those lemons. Right. Apologies, I've been caught up a lot, but I've moved to the UK. Shit, I'm in Birmingham now. So I hope to get in touch with you sometime, bro. Absolutely no problem, brother. I will look forward to it. Shouts out to Usman. Right, Farmers League. Is that from the same Duckheads that big up Mbappe, Neymar, Messi? Yes, it is true. And even people like Fabian Ruiz, the Spanish international midfielder, went there for quite a lot of money from Napoli. And Napoli are hard to negotiate with. But they've still got that attraction. PSG are still PSG, bros. They're still going to attract players and they're still millionaires, bro. So, yeah, I don't know. Farmers League, but they have got PSG. What can we do? What can we say? Caicedo would be a start. Fucking more than a start, bro. That would be a fucking... Bro, he's better than Rice for me. He's more combative. He's actually stronger than Rice. And I've been watching him very closely since he signed it. I watched him closely before he signed his contract extension. I don't believe fuck all. I think there's hopefully it's a written agreement, but a verbal agreement that says, listen, I can go in the summer, but it's going to be to a tune of £90 million. I reckon Arsenal could move for Caicedo because obviously, I don't know how many of you know, guys, but the 29-year-old Premier League footballer who was arrested on, I'm just going to call it gape charges, has been rearrested. And while he was rearrested, I do believe, I'm not a police officer, for the exact same offence, it could be on the same girl, but that I'm not sure of. But while he was in police custody, the more disturbing thing is for this 29-year-old Premier League footballer is he was rearrested a further 2 times on 2 more counts of the word gape, if you know what I mean. Ape? No, I could be accused of being racist. Not that I find that funny, but I'm just trying to think of a word without saying that word. Cockney slang, what would they say? He's been charged with hairy ape. I'm fucked up, innit? Sorry, but yeah. So, fuck me, Thomas Partey, if this is you, son. Like, we don't really need no one at the club that's been charged with hairy ape. But anyway, the guy is back on, I was going to say parole. He's back on, what do you call it? Like I ain't been there 1,000 times. Oh my God, I can't remember the word when the police release you. Bail, for fuck's sakes. He's back out on police. Fuck me, Danny. He's back out on police bail, so we shall see. Fuck me. I don't know what to say. Guys, has anyone got any thoughts on the Premier League footballer, the 29-year-old Premier League footballer who at that time lived in Barnet? He did live in Barnet at that time. There's 2 footballers that I rounded down to because I'm pretty shit hot at this. That was 29, that played Premier League football, and that lived in Barnet at the time of the gape charge. And sorry, I'm not laughing at it at all. It's clearly not a funny matter. It's the words I'm trying to, you know what I'm doing. The two footballers that I've rounded it down to, possibly and physically, because they lived in Barnet at the time, and they had their lovely, beautiful houses in Barnet, and yeah, they played Premier League football, was Ben Davies, the Tottenham left-back, as he's 29, and of course the Arsenal midfielder, Thomas Partey. For me, it's one of these two footballers. Yes, you've heard it from Danny AFC TV. I've said it a long time ago, but I'll repeat it again. It is one of those two footballers that have been charged with hairy ape, if you like. And there's now 3 counts of the charge. Do you know what I mean? Which doesn't look fucking fantastic. Do you know what I mean? So, Thomas Partey, you fucking idiot. Or if Yui was in the building, he'll be Bill Cosbying you off. Shouts out to Yui, to Linda, to Usman, to Tyler, to everyone. Shouts out to you all. Please hit the likes on the video and do be subscribing if we're new. Balogun, 17 goals in fucking France. Farmers League or not, he hasn't got Neymar supplying him them balls. He hasn't got Messi supplying him them balls. He hasn't got Verratti supplying him them balls. He hasn't got Fabian Ruiz supplying him them balls. He ain't got fucking Lionel Messi supplying him them balls. I couldn't name one fucking Rams player. Their manager's inexperienced, a 30-year-old English geezer that fucking learned everything that he knows about football management from Football fucking Manager on a fucking computer. How did he get that job? I would have murked it out there. I would have murked it being manager of fucking Rams. So it was a brave decision from Balogun, and he's the top scorer in France. I'm taking my hat off to him. I don't give a fuck if it's a Wankers League, Farmers League. This kid has to come back to Arsenal. He's younger than Nketiah. He's more lethal than Nketiah. And if we let him go for a silly little 20-25 mil and we're still sitting with just 2 strikers next season, I will be fucking pissed. Shouts out to Luca. If you're coming on, brother, do let me know. Let me know now, because I'm a busy guy, motherfucker. Why change it if we are winning? Because Man United become a better team next season. They're probably going to win the Europa League. They've won the League Cup and they're going to be top 4. This is in this fucking guy's first season. It's took Arteta 3.5 years to be in a genuine top 4 and title race. So let's have it correct. It took 3.5 years for Artetos to have us in this sort of position. Eric Ten Hag just arrived at the club. Couple signings. Bang! League Cup, 1. Done and dusted. Europa League, I believe, is already 1. Done and dusted. Top 4, for me, is already done and dusted. That there is a fabulous. And yes, I do take my hat off. And I do applaud to the fucking Amsterdam G, Eric Ten Hag, because that's a fabulous first season. If Arteta done that, all right, there was the FA Cup, I get it. But if Arteta done that in his first season, Europa League, he's shy of getting to Europa League finals. He shook up Europa League. What happens to him? Bah! Greek teams will fuck you up. Sporting Lisbon will fuck you up. And then you've got fucking calamitous, and I'm sitting on my bracelet, ain't I? Bollocks. So I was washing dishes. Don't know what made that come into my head right there and then. But anyway, just don't fuck me about. Right. Oh, yes, I do know Osman is your man. I do remember. But, bruvs, he's heavily linked to Man United. But me personally, even though he's going to be 30 in the summer, I believe they want Kane. But, man, he's 30, man. Osman is so much younger, 24 or something. I don't know. Man United want 2 strikers. I don't believe in any planet that they can get. Bruno Gomes, you're mentioning. I've been told Man City are going to offer Newcastle Calvin Phillips and cash for Bruno Gomes. But Osman up front, Szoboszlai as a Saka cover. Szoboszlai, right, this guy I fucking loved. When I first started my YouTube, I was screaming for Arsenal to buy Szoboszlai, whatever you want to fucking call him. I was screaming for him to come to Arsenal. Then he got injured and he seemed to be getting quiet. I know he's back now and he seems to be refinding that form. Is there any more you can tell me, Usman? But I know he was injured for one. Was it an ACL? Osman would be brilliant up front. Szoboszlai, we're going to call him as a Saka cover. Bruno Gomes from the midfield. And Neho Molina from Atletico, a right back. I do know Molina, brother. Wasn't he at Udinese? No, he was at Udinese. Did Atletico Madrid take Molina? Fuck me, I'm oblivious to that one. Last I knew, Molina was at fucking Udinese. But anyway, Molina from Atletico then. And move Ben White or Tommy to right centre back. Well, Tommy for me can leave, and I would make Ben White the understudy to William Saliba on the right centre back bit. Brilliant though, brilliant from you. Szoboszlai, I'm going to call him Szoboszlai. He will have to prove himself, as in he's back to being that quality player. Because as I said, he's had a massive injury, and I haven't noticed him madly hitting the headlines. Osimhen is fucking world class already. He's fast, he's strong, he's agile. I'm sure he's made for the Premier League. Bruno Gomes, £33 million. Why didn't Arsenal do it then? I think his next move is honestly Real Madrid or Brazilians love playing for Real Madrid and Barcelona, and I do believe he didn't hit their radar when he was in France. I believe he'll hit his radar by the end of next season. I reckon he'll go Spain. Brazilians love playing for Barcelona, Club Barcelona, and Club Madrid. Not changing Linda, adding to the squad. Exactly. Because that's what started that run. Man United will be a much better team if they drop Osimhen, Harry Kane, Frankie de Jong. Man City will be a better team when they start. I don't know. They're going to be interested in Maddison, Jude Bellingham. The same though. Liverpool, Jude Bellingham. They can't have another season like this season. Man City won't be the same team next season. They'll still have Erling Haaland scoring more goals than God, but I'd imagine there'll be a couple of signings coming in, especially if they finish second to Arsenal. Chelsea, they've already got about 117 first team players. So I reckon if it ain't Harry Potter, someone's just got to come in and settle that down. I don't even believe they need another 3, 4, 5 signings. I believe they've probably got enough there to easily be a top 4 team. Maybe cream it off of a signing or two. Perhaps turn Felix into a permanent signing. They do need a striker. I've heard it's done with Christopher Nkunku. But for me, this season, he's been that. I'm not so sure on Christopher Nkunku, especially as a Premier League footballer. Yes, he can ball in Spain. He can ball in Germany. I'm not saying he played in Spain, but go Italy. Do you know what I mean? I'm not so sure about Christopher Nkunku as a Premier League striker. Guys, 27 minutes on the clock. Please be getting the fucking likes on the video. Do be fucking subscribing if we're new. Bygone is a given, bruvs. I've heard we're already literally lining up the sales right now. We're blowing the auction fees off right now. So I'm only telling you what I've been told. And I'm telling you, from what I've been told, we're ready to say ta-ta. Do you know what I mean? So obviously, he sent him out on loan because just like Lokonga and that, he don't really like him. Do you know what I mean? Most times, when Arsenal send out a player on loan, for me, they don't come back. William Saliba, I still believe he was never penciled in to come back. I believe he got so good, we could not take him back. Even though I wanted him back, we all know my feelings. But Saliba, still for me, wasn't penciled to come back. 1 season loan is one thing. 2 seasons loan is another. 3 years loan, and you've got 2 years left on your contract. Fuck off. He was never scheduled to come back to the club. Or we would have been like Chelsea, a very professional club, and extended him by a year every year he went out. Why did we neglect to do that? Because he was never a part of Arteta's fucking plans. I know this, factually, but let's not go there, innit? Granite, Elneny, Tierney, get them out. Now, thank you for saying that. Thank you very much, Linda. Tierney, I've been told that Arsenal actually don't want to cash in on the Embreva. I've heard, no, chance we man. I've heard it's going to be down to Tierney in the summer. If Tierney doesn't want to be backup dancer or feel he's got the balls to fight with Zinni, we will then gratefully accept money for him. But as far as I'm hearing it, and shouts out to Yui on this, because I know Yui's never really had time for Braveheart. Yeah, we actually don't want to sell. So that's what I can tell you as far as I know. We don't want to... Fuck me off, why was me sick? We don't want to sell Kieran Tierney, but it will come down to him. Balogun, I hear we want to let go. I'm disturbed. And guys, bombshell number 3. Anwari is going to Man City or Chelsea. Arsenal have not done enough to convince the 16-year-old about his future at the club, financially and first team-wise. So he's going to go and try his luck like Omari Hutchinson at Chelsea, or perhaps, I don't know, like some other kind of Man City. So, very unfortunately, Murray's out the door. Shouts out to Yui again. Shouts out to Yui on a lot of things tonight. Guys, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Unpopular option. I wouldn't mind selling Jesus to Madrid if we can get Elsie, man. Unpopular. Fuck off. That's a brilliant fucking idea. Mate, let me put this into perspective for you. Walk with me if you. Sorry, that's like the sun's in my eyes. Walk with me if you will. The guy's got 6 goals for Arsenal. I know he's been injured. That 6 goals ain't taking us to that fucking title, bruv. So do you know what? Fuck him off. I'd bring Arsenal in a heartbeat for Gabriel Jesus. 1 year left on your contract, £45 million, 6 goals. Fuck off. Yes, he works like a little G. Yes, he runs around like a beast. Do I want him to be Arsenal's #1 striker next season? Not really. So yes, unpopular my bollocks. It might be unpopular to the super fans on Twitter. Unpopular to me, fucking no chance. That there's a fucking 10 out of 10 idea. Shouts out to Usman. You're already a man of the match. I agree, Danny. It's time to go for the best, especially if we win the title. Exactly, bruvs. Because do you know what will happen next season? What will break our hearts, Usman, is when we finish 5th or 6th because we were playing Champions League football, we were getting injuries. We've been quite fortunate of injuries. We've had a couple of bad ones, like, do you know what I mean? I know Enyani, but I know we've had Saliba, we've had Erdegaard out for a bit. We have had injuries. But thankfully, it was like God blessed us, and they were kind of one at a time, if you like. But yeah, fuck that. I'd sell Jesus right now, bro. It's bollocks to him. Fuck him, 6 goals. As for Nketiah, if any of our strikers get to double figures this season, I'm going to be mightily impressed by them. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't know. Haaland got like fucking 12 in 3 games. We haven't got a fucking striker on fucking over 5 or 6 goals. I think it's pathetic. I don't even know how we're in this title charge, but thank you, Allah. Thank you, Buddha. Thank you, God. Do you know what I mean? Guys, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we're new. Let's get this going. Balogun, what happens? I believe he goes, but I think he should stay. Let's get this going. Let's get this going. And put the stream on the group. Where the fuck are the boys on the group? But then again, I'm probably about an hour behind in the comments also. But your channel, that picture does look good. I just see UE's name. Let me hurry the fuck up in the comments. Offend the marble. No, the sun. Right, let's see what the good man himself, UE, has to say. Shouts out to all the real ones. Please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. If we is new, if we is new, if we is new. Sorry, guys, bear with me 10 seconds. Over to Twitter for 2 seconds. Bang, let's put that up live. Nah. So, yeah, KT can stay at Arsenal, I'm hearing. It is up to him. But if he wants first team football, hey, Newcastle ain't a bad option. Like, I think they've got a decent defence and a goalkeeper. They've got a brilliant goalkeeper, Pope. Their right back is solid, Trippier. Their centre backs wouldn't be first choice for me at Arsenal, but Botman and Shaw are doing their thing. Let's have it right. But that 7-foot beast, Burn, at left back, like, with no disrespect for him or his wonderful little dance on Sky, fuck him off for KT right now. And Newcastle have a fucking good wee defence next season. Please get the likes on the video. Right, let's get through these comments. Ben Still, the Rems manager. Can't really say I know the gays are. Pardon me. Arteta and Edu have proven themselves, no doubt. But no one is talking about how bad they've been when it comes to selling players. Exactly, bros. We get 0, 0, 0, 0. That's still happening. I hear we're going to release Pepe and not try and attempt to get any money for him in the summer. I hear if we can't get cash straight away in the summer for Ainsley Maitland-Niles, he just gets his last year of his contract ripped up. It's not good enough. How does Arsenal give away Aubameyang and give away Bellerin, and then Barcelona sell both of the bastards within 6 months for cash? That there makes me want to rip my ball bags out. Like, I don't fucking get it. And I'll never get that. Granite I choose because I know he wants to go into coaching. What, to go? Yeah, that doesn't mean you have to leave the club yet, though. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not saying I want him to stay. But as I said, if Thomas Partey has been arrested on them gape charges, do you know what I mean? I think you're prepared to see Granite next season. So you'd keep Zinchenko, Linda. Bellingham's a great young talent. He certainly is, bros. And why Arsenal ain't been mentioned of him if we want a central midfielder? I don't know. Another team that will come back in for Bellingham, even though he's very publicly rejected them. Again, if Man United are top 4, they win the Europa League and win the League Cup, that's not a bad season. I reckon he could be back in the fold. And Man United could be back in the running for Jude Bellingham. stupidly strong. Shouts out to them apples. Jesus Christ. Let me just rest that again. One puff and you rest. I don't know how yet not been there as long to tell. Sorry, I think I've read that backwards maybe. I don't know. Aha! Bro, you're trying to steal my gossip today. That's my number one thing to talk about when I get into the gossip. And that was also from Fabrizio Romano. He hasn't said Arsenal are directly interested, but it's that same old Arsenal are huge admirers. And he says, remember, I've said this also before the summer. Fucking steady. Arsenal, according to Fabrizio Romano, are huge admirers of Romeo Lavea. And that there, I would take my hat off to, because every time I've seen him for Southampton, the only reason why people ain't raving this guy's name is because, number one, Ward Prowse, because of his free kicks and etc., seems to get all their headlines at Southampton. And number two, they're in a fucking dog shit team in a relegation battle. Romero Lavea is a fucking talent. The thing is, would I take him over Sissedo or something? No. I'd like to say, yeah, fuck Rice, let's get Sissedo and let's get Lavea, let's sell Jorginho, let's fuck off Thomas Partey if necessary. Do you know what I mean? If it is him, the 29-year-old Premier League football, who has now been accused of 3 counts of hairy gape or hairy ape, whatever you want to call it. Bummer that Kane and Saka would be great. I fucking imagine, innit? But you know what? Stranger things have happened. We got Sol Campbell on a free from Tottenham. And you know what? I'm not saying it would happen. But I don't think Harry Kane, even like Harry Redknapp said on Sky the other day, I don't think Harry Kane wants to leave London. So do you know what, Linda? That isn't as stupid as some people would make it sound. A year left on his contract. I'm not leaving London. Imagine if he went off to Daniel De Levy, yeah? Hey, imagine if he went to the Daniel De Levy and the Antonio Conte and said, I want to win the trophy. I don't want to leave London. So, you cocksucker, I'm going to remain here for one more of the season, eh? And I'm going to go to the highest bidder between the Arsenal and the Chelsea because I don't want to leave the London. That isn't as stupid as it sounds, believe me, because I've been told over and over again he will not. Kind of like Declan Rice. I don't know. Maybe they like bangers and mash and fish and chips that much. But he ain't interested in abroad. No way. What no one doesn't really know is about Harry Kane is, well, let's to backtrack. I was about to say no one really knows if he wants to leave Tottenham. He was going to leave them to go Man City. So, bollocks. Why would he go Man City over, say, Arsenal? Okay, there is the whole Arsenal-Tottenham thing. Bollocks. I actually think Arsenal should go and get Harry Kane. How's about that? Linda, you've just opened up a fucking interesting can of worms because Harry Redknapp just literally, and I know he ain't his dad or nothing, but he ruled it out. He was like, nope, don't think he'll leave Tottenham. Nope, doesn't want to leave London. Nope, I've spoke to the kid. He doesn't want to leave Tottenham. He doesn't want to leave London. So, no, I can't see him leaving Spurs. How's about Harry Redknapp, you silly cunt? He can go Chelsea or Arsenal, a good team. Sol Campbell done it. He didn't want to leave Tottenham. He didn't want to leave London. He didn't also want to go abroad. What did he do? He signed a fucking 5-year deal at Arsenal Football Club. Shout out to you, Sol Campbell. Imagine that. Imagine Kane said at the start of the season in the summer, bollocks, I'm signing no new deal. They won't let me go for under 120 mil. So fuck them. I'm staying to the summer and I'm leaving for free. Then Sol Campbell style, why couldn't Arsenal go in? All right, if the geezer says, you know what? You are a London club. Thanks very much. You're a really good club. You are Premier League champions. But you know what? I'd rather die than play for Arsenal. If he was to say that, I'll just say, do you know what? You can. But fair enough, innit? You're a fucking Tottenham player or ex-Tottenham player. Sol Campbell done it, though. He was their captain. I don't think it is very realistic, but why not? The motherfucker doesn't want to go Bayern Munich or any other fucking Italian or Spanish club he's been linked with. He's got no interest in it. He wants to be the record Premier League scorer, that white guy, that white English hope. He wants to be that guy. Okay, question for you guys. Who would take Harry Kane on a free? Not in the summer after, if he was on a free. And would any of you dare or even bother to attempt to try and bid for Harry Kane if it become, let's say, public knowledge he was leaving Tottenham in the summer, and he also said he doesn't want to leave London, what are you going to do? How many clubs can you go to in London? What, Brentford? Can't see it happening myself. Do you know what I mean? Leighton Orient? Can't see it happening myself. Do you know what I mean? So, what position does that leave you in, guys? Guys, 40 minutes on the clock. Please get the likes on the video. Oh, shit, I got to hurry up because I did say I see Ui's name, and there it's coming now. Right, Zubimendi, fuck him. Nope, I've watched him. I know it's only 2 or 3 times. The first time I watched him was versus Real Madrid at Bernabeu. Now, it was 0-0, but he didn't catch my eye or attention. I've seen him once since, and then I've seen a couple of clips of him. Bros, he looks all right in clips, but I don't know. Bros, Sesado, Rice, no excuse, innit? Rather Sesado, Levea. There's midfielders in this country. If Southampton go down, I'm knocking that Southampton door down, bros. I'm knocking it down. Or Newcastle. But Newcastle are rich at the moment, and they'll be bastards to sell. Unless the boy himself, Bruno, starts making the right noises. He's a perfect midfielder for us. I think he'd be in the top 3 to 5 for me. Like, yeah, he's brilliant. But I still think Cesado's better. He's more combative, and he's more what I want. In saying that, though, Bruno Guimaraes is a fucking brilliant midfielder. Interesting, bros. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Am I okay? I'm fantastic. He has. What is he talking about? Oh, he is, I think he means. Right, yo, Party on the ball again. Again to on Bale. Again, apparently. Yeah, I know, bruvs. I know. Not fucking good, is it, bruvs? He will be sold in the summer. Yep. I reckon so as well. But the thing is, sold to who, bruvs? Who buys a geezer that's on a hairy 8 charge? For me, that doesn't happen. I think we release him or tear up his contract. And never, even though this one ain't going to be Arsenal's fault, but like what Usman said earlier, another fantastic piece of business where we've spent 45 million and we're going to receive that much. We'll end up releasing him. And then if he busts his case, he'll just join another motherfucker. Simple as. But I can see us letting Thomas Partey go. Danny, bro, this is messed up. I hope it's not Partey. Bros, well, I've rounded it down. Bros, and I have investigated this. Like, I'm not going to compare myself to a police officer because I hate the bastards. But like a private investigator, I have investigated this. And me and the boys on the stream a couple of months ago dwindled this down to 2 possible footballers. 2 footballers who did live in Barnet that was playing. Like, there's a few footballers that live in Barnet, don't get it twisted. But they're not playing Premier League football. But the 2 29-year-old footballers that was at that time living in Barnet, and they were both 29 years old, was the bastard left back at fucking Tottenham. Please, God, why wasn't it you? Sorry, Ben Davies, I don't mean that. Say what you like. I just wish it ain't Thomas Partey, Ben. So Ben Davies is nothing personal. Do you know what I mean? I just wish it was you over Thomas Partey. But yeah, it's pretty much dwindled down to them 2 players, bruv. So it's a 50-50. Yui is pretty convinced it is Thomas, Bill, Partey. So yeah, and feeling, bruv, it is Thomas Partey. Look, his girlfriend, bruv, it's obvious, isn't it? It's very obvious. The girlfriend of Thomas Partey screamed on Instagram that he done ape to me. Like, sorry, I just don't like saying certain words. He done this to me, he done that to me, and he got away with it through legislation because it happened in a different country. Brothers, it is Thomas Partey. I'm so sorry to break your heart. It's 100% Thomas Partey. Excuse me. So yeah, obviously, I believe he'll have his contract terminated in the summer. Because no one's going to buy him off us. Yui, who's going to buy a geezer on free cancer gate? Who's going to buy that guy, Yui? Especially if it isn't fucking nowhere near completed, whether he's going jail or bust his case. No way, bros. No one's buying a geezer on hairy 8 truck. Bros, we can't fucking sell people that are internationals. Do you know what I mean? Balogun is a baller. I've been keeping an eye on him, and he's quite versatile. He'll be a perfect fit for us as cover for our main guy, hopefully Osman. I wish that's not going to happen. He would be a brilliant cover, though, for Gabriel Jesus, brothers. Like, we're not going to change that. Everyone at the club is in love with Gabriel Jesus, apart from me. Danny, can you see Jesus scoring more than 5 goals out of 10 games? We have. Nope. Because even though it's harsh to say, since he's come back from injury, he's just looked rusty. He's had a few chances to score, and he's either miscuing the ball or something. I believe this is why Pep Guardiola sold him, innit? He ain't that good. He's the guy, though, that can smack 4 in a game. He's so fucking... He's a frustrating little bastard, but there's a reason why Brazil don't play him. There's a reason why Man City didn't play him, bros. Brazil played Richarlison ahead of him, brother. Do you get what I'm saying? And they, even though Richarlison scored that much this season, and I don't know this factually, but I bet Richarlison is in that Brazil squad because I know who's Jesus ain't. Guys, anyone that's a football genius, is Richarlison in the Brazil squad? And he scored 0 goals for Tottenham this season. Because if he is, there you go. There's a little example of Jesus ain't as good as half of these Arsenal fucking cretin fans think he is. Why wouldn't you be in fucking your national team if they're that great? Only Arsenal fans are that blind. Breaking news. Fuck off. Are you fucking me? If you're lying to me, bruv, I tell you what. You know what I'm thinking, so I'm never going to say it. Don't be lying to me, son. Don't you fucking do it. Now my TV's gone on fucking... No, has he really? Erik ten Hag is a top manager. I said that the day he joined Man United, guys. If we all remember, I even put him in a bar. In Ten Hag, I trust. Do you know what I mean? Even when I was spitting bars, I put Erik ten Hag in the bar, bro. Do you know what I mean? I knew how hard he was going to be. I knew it. Erik ten Hag is so bad, he had to get included in the Danny AFC TV bars. Do you know what I mean? Get some bars out there. I don't think I've ever put any. Well, then again, I'll probably cuss Arteta in bars. Conte leaves Nando's. Shit! Is it true? Porre Conte, oh, mi grande mi cazzo. I'm telling you, I had enough of this club, and the sooner I can go home to the Juventus or the Inter Milan, Daniel De Levy, I'd just like to say as a parting shot, you're a big cocksucker. Everyone in Tottenham have no passion, they have no balls. This is what I've been dealing with, No more. I'm telling you, no more I can do this. Antonio Conte, the leader of the Tottenham. It's official, Fucking hell. Guys, there's a wicked program on Sky Premier League. It's the don't fuck off all from my stream. It's transfer deadline day. Bollocks! I watched the 9 till 10. That's what almost made me a bit late. I watched the first episode 9 to 10, and then the episode 2 is on 10 to 11. Bastard! No one leave my stream. I bet Lee Akers ain't here because that's right up Lee Akers' street. Fuck you, Lee. No, I'm joking. Conte. I tell you something else, Craig. Craig. I'm telling just to you. If I can't succeed in the Tottenham, who tell me who can succeed in the Tottenham? Do you know what? If he's sacked at the end of the season, Ancelotti would be a good shot. Very experienced. Please don't do it, Tottenham. He'd be the one manager that I think that actually could crack a whip there. I don't know why. And he could be getting sacked by Real Madrid. But they're going to go with like a Nagelsmann or something. So fuck it, you do that. Fuck you. Let me just read this. The Conte, No, sorry, this is about golf. I can't put the sound up. I really don't. I really want to hear what they're saying though. But I can read the yellow breaking line bit. Antonio De Conte leaves Tottenham by the mutual agreement after the 16 months with Christian Stellini to take over for the remainder of the season. Stellini, What about his little mate that he brought over, the fucking CEO, the fucking football directing cunt? Wasn't that one of fucking Conte's friends? Daniel De Levy. We have 10 Premier League games that are remaining. We have to fight on our hands for the Champions League to play. Fuck me. I hope they fuck it now. We all need to pull together. Everyone has to step up to ensure the highest possible finish for the club and our amazing loyal supporters, But breaking news, Antonio De Conte shouts out to Cam, has left for the club, has left for the Tottenham. Wow. Interesting. Guys, can anyone fill me in on what they're saying on Sky Sports News? Good news, lad. Wife going on the... For all the women that go on a patch, I say fair play to you, girl. You took one for the team. Shouts out to you, Bareback City time. Come like New Jack City out here. New Bareback City. New Bareback City out here, fam. Oh, gosh. Weren't ready for army yet, just yet. But God, you want, if you have 11 sons, you could have 11 for footballers, eh? You'll be fucking triple rich. Honestly, then I'm a bit maxi with you. We don't like the condom, eh? We don't like something under the cock, eh? It takes it away the feeling, eh? And if you can't feel the feeling, maybe there's no the passion, eh? You know who told me this? Antonio the Conte told me this. He said if you're using the rubber, the product, eh? It's not the same when you fuck her, huh? When you want to give it the baby making machine, huh? When you want to spit hard, huh? I can't say a word. We need to go and get Martinez back from Villa. Tina Turner ain't the guy. We're not going to go and get him back. He says he's happy for years to come at Villa, even though I can see a move to fucking Spain on the card. Club Barcelona. I don't know why. I can see him going to Club Barcelona if they've got money behind them. Guys, Club Barcelona. Apparently, Gabri can't be registered because they haven't got enough funds available in the squad. But surely, if they start getting rid of, a few players in the summer, they just tell him to hold tight to the summer, and your bumper new deal is on the way. Hold on, what did Tyler tell me? It works sometimes. Right. Tyler's bad. When they clinch. No, my first name, bro. Louis, stop. Mama got a gelato plus cocktail. Wow. I'm blazing some apple. Tyler, did he answer me about that white cunts? White cunts. What was it called, Tyler? White cunts, white runts. How was it, Ty? We're fucking hot. I'm fucking hot. Sorry, guys. How are you, bro? Antonio the Conte has left the Tottenham, huh? What do you think about that, bro? Fucking hell. What a time to be live when Antonio the Conte leaves the Tottenham. Guys, very quickly, yeah. Right, Rice. I think this is a no-go. I believe he joins Chelsea. We have been linked with him for absolutely no reason. It's a Mikhailo Mudryk II. Celta Vigo midfielder Gabri Viagra has been linked with Arsenal. He's got a £35 million release clause. I think it is Viagra, not Viagra, but Gabri Viagra could be coming to the club because he's got a bit of fucking, you know what I mean, about his name. Balogun, I'm not shy to leave the club. Over to Arsenal, 17 goals in France. Guys, what do you say? Romano says Arsenal are very interested in Romeo Lavelle. And Romano also says, remember, I said this first. Arsenal are still very much interested in Moses Caicedo. I repeat, according to Fabrizio Romano, Arsenal still hold a massive candle for Moses Caicedo, and they are massive admirers of Romeo Lavelle of Southampton. Newcastle. It's going to be left to KT to the side. Arsenal will not stand in his way if he wants to go. Preferably, from everything I'm hearing coming out of Arsenal or anyone connected with the club, it's actually up to KT. Arsenal are not actively trying to sell this guy at all. So anything you may have read or heard on the internet or social media is, from what I'm hearing at the moment, is untrue. Arsenal are not actively trying to sell KT. But if the money came on the table, it would be up to KT if he wants to fight for his first team position at Arsenal. So KT maybe not leaving the club. It will be up to him. But I think he'd actually be a good addition to a Newcastle team. I think Newcastle have got a good goalkeeper and 3 good defenders. I think they're 1 left back shy of being really good in defence. And we know they've got one of the best defensive records in the Premier League this season. I am off, guys, up early in the morning. That's still no excuse. We're all up early in the morning. Do you know what I mean? Romeo, you called it any time ago. Fair play. Bang! I certainly did, bruvs. That is a guy I've always been interested in, bruv. I just knew, I don't know, at £15 million buying someone from the Man City academy that hadn't played one game for Man City. That was my first alarm bell. Why didn't someone else know about these kids? They had the winger as well. Is it Samuel? Oh God, Adobe. Oh fuck, I can't remember the name. Oh God, I can't remember the names. But from people that do kind of religiously watch under 21s and reserves, his name kept on just flashing up on me. And then the moment Southampton laid down the 15 mil in the summer, I was bang onto him ever since then. And yeah, within 3 games of the Premier League season, I was pretty much saying, yeah, fuck me. We've all missed a trick on this kid. This kid's 80 million. I might have went a bit high in the valuation, but from what I see in like 180 to 270 minutes of this gauge, I was like, fuck me, he's good. But he was an everyone that got a little injury this season, Romeo Lavea. But thank you so much, Huey. I most definitely did call that one first, though. I'm way ahead of these other fuckers, bro. Way ahead, bro. Like, I kind of say it very confident. The things I say confidently. Do you know what I mean? Like, I say confidently now. I backtrack on a lot of things I've said about KT, not just because he played well when he came on against Palace the other day, but from what I hear it is, even though like he ain't the youngest footballer no more, it's going to be up to him in the summer. I thought he was going to be on the hit list to be sold to raise funds in the summer for a decent fucking window. Do you know what I mean? Players that definitely will go, not will get any money. Ainsley, Nathan, Miles, Cedric. We know Pablo, the blowjob of Mari, should command us $5 million from Monza. Pepe will rip up his contract if we can't get any money for him. I've already heard that definitely with coming from the club. So I don't know. It looks like a summer of people going, but probably not for money. There's a couple of people though I would try and cash in on. I don't know who's going to give us money for Thomas Partey if he's on free count to Hairy Gape. It's definitely Thomas Partey, bros. That's the disturbing bit. He is 100% the footballer, bros. Because remember, his girl hotted up everything on Instagram. He's got away with Gape. He's got away with Gape. He done this to me. He done that. But because of another law in a different country, he couldn't get arrested in the UK for what he done in that country. The law has actually been changed now. So if he was to do something similar, he'll be getting raped for it and charged here the same way, even though he done it in a different country. But this isn't really a topic for me to get involved with. I'm just commenting that I don't believe Thomas Partey will be an Arsenal footballer next season. And what a fucking prick he is. Oh, mate, no comment. I don't know what else to say. Thomas Partey won't be at Arsenal next season, though. Could Arsenal need 2 midfielders? Could we fuck off Jorginho? Could we fuck off Thomas Partey? Could we fuck off Lokonga? Keep El Neni, keep Xhaka, and then recruit 2 blinders? One young, one ready to go straight in, even though they're both young. Moses Caicedo at 21 isn't exactly fucking experienced, is he? But I'll take Moses Caicedo and the 19-year-old Livea fucking immediately. Guys, who takes Harry Kane to Arsenal? I've had it now on authority that he ain't leaving London. He's doing a Declan Rice. Like, he doesn't want to go Germany, though Spain. Bros, he doesn't even want to go out of London, I'm hearing now. But the only bit that does slap that down is he was prepared a year ago to go Man City. Just saying. Yeah, I can't say I've had that one, bro. Which one? Something from UE. Sorry, guys. You know what? I'm not trying to miss comments now. It's because I'm kind of thinking, how far am I behind? He supported Arsenal when he was younger. Who's that? Who did? Harry. Oh, yeah, he did as well. There you go. Guys, I'm dropping a bombshell. I'm taking Harry Kane to Arsenal. If he fucking ever said once, at the end of the day, I'm an Arsenal fan. At the end of the day, I don't want to leave London. I've done everything I can for Tottenham. I'm their record scorer over Greavesy. I'm running my contract out and going Arsenal. Guys, what do you think of that? Is it as stupid as it sounds? So Campbell settings. What time is it? Fuck, I've got a couple of bits to do. I'm turning off my phone. I'm joking. Shit. Right, guys, do get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Kane is a gooner. So I wouldn't rule out that possibility. If we can get him on a free after he runs his contract out, I would take that in a heartbeat. Exactly, guys. Guys, I forgot he's actually an Arsenal fan. All them pictures of his hair. He had his hair modelled like Freddie Ljungberg. Have you seen them images when he's got his blonde hair and then he's got the purple bit at the front? Ljungberg was obviously one of his favourite players. Harry Kane is a gooner. Gooner. Only the Turkish teams will take Crosby. Kayseri! Come, Thomas! Run the midfield! and just give him an escort around town so he can't perform any more acts of hair. I'm not even saying it just yet. Give him a chaperone around town. I've been told Arsenal have sent someone with him. I've been told, who said it online earlier? Someone said a doctor has been sent with Thomas Partey to make sure he remains fit on international duty. I reckon that's a chaperone as he's going out of the country and he needs one to come back to the country. Not ever suggesting that he'd run off to Ghana and set up life, set up a new life as a goat herder or something. I'm not saying that. And I don't mean that in a rude way either. I just don't know what he'll do in Ghana right now. I don't know. Start a new football club, but then you'll have to put your name on it. You're on the run if you do that. So I can't see him doing that. But I have been told a chaperone is with Thomas Partey, Yui. Interesting. Oh, no, not a chaperone, a doctor. A club doctor has been sent with Thomas Partey. Is he really a doctor? Richarlison starts and wears the number 9 for Brazil. Exactly. He's got 0 goals this season, but the Brazilian national manager still sees fit. I'm not saying I agree with him 100%, but Jesus was even lucky to go to the World Cup. He was never starting ahead of Richarlison. I'm just putting it into perspective, Arsenal fans, in my opinion. A guy that can't score over 6 goals. Someone asked me on the stream earlier, will Thomas Partey, I think it was Craigie, will Fucker face score more than 10 goals? Fuck it. Danny, do you see Gabriel Jesus scoring more than 10 goals? No, I don't. That isn't enough for a team. And remember, we're not exactly 8th no more when we were shit. Do you know what I mean? We're top, for fuck's sake. Shouts out to you, Linda, on that one. I actually forgot that. Well done. Danny, when it comes to Arteta, I think the first few seasons, we only saw Arteta as a coach. But now he's become a manager. As for Edu, I'm just not sure. And how your opinion has changed, and you're well done for admitting it. Even though I haven't gone so far myself, but yes, I think that's actually pretty well said. The first couple of seasons was Arteta the coach, and I know he was given that new role as manager, but we're not referring to that. I think you just mean he's kind of manned up and he's become more vocal, and etc. And yes, I do agree with you. But at the end of the day, Bugs, you're at a club like Arsenal, like, do you know what I mean? You haven't started your trade at Stevenage or Leyton Orient, with all respect. Do you know what I mean? You've started at the top, so do you know what I mean? You've been given a lot of necessary tools, money, a fan base, a beautiful stadium, etc. Do you know what I mean? Not every footballer does, or even every human being, whatever it is, whoever you are, not everyone gets to start at football management at the very top. Do you know what I mean? And Arteta was given that opportunity at a very, very young age. He didn't have it. Who didn't have it? I must be way behind. Danny! Take the cut downs! Bros, what do you think? Harry Kane to Arsenal. He doesn't want to leave London. Harry Redknapp says he doesn't want to leave Tottenham. I'm just putting the hashtag of his. I think, again, he just has no injury. He likes his fish and chips. He likes his pie and mash. He likes his pie and mash a liver if Lee Akers is here. So, therefore, why does Harry Kane not run down his contract and leave Tottenham like Sol Campbell and join in the mighty Arsenal? Guys, let's start the campaign right now. Harry Kane to the Arsenal. See you in a bit, brother. I like that one. Where's my phone? I'm saying. All right, cool. No problem. I'm going to be jumping off the stream soon, guys. My day is not complete. Big C. Keep an eye on Arthur Oloquenco, the goalkeeper. Why? Hayland graduate out on loan at Sturm Graz, second best team in the Austrian league, competing with RB Salzburg, and he's starting every week as goalie. 21-year-old. Huh. Very good. Oh, Sharon, I will. I didn't actually know that. I thought he played a one-off game a few weeks ago. I'm sure of it, for like a town near where I live, like fucking Hitchin or something. I swear he played a one-off because they had an injury and there was allowed an emergency signing, and they took Arsenal's Arthur Okawankwo for one game, if I'm correct. But I'm not going to swear my life on that or nothing. You know what I mean? What have I started? What have you started, girl? Right, I'm off down there. Love you, bro. Bro, I'm going to phone you in a hot minute as well. There's a couple of bits I've got to do. Love, bruvs. What do I want to talk to you about? About oh, them gears. I'm fucked up. What about them gears? Guys, Antonio Conte has left Tottenham. Bless people. Shout out TT. What is to hate on Edu though? If he gets Saka, Martinelli, Saliba, Shanu, that's sick. Bros, do Saliba, and I'll start talking. I will say, all right, Edu, I like you. But Martinelli's always said he never wanted to leave anyway, bro. Sometimes it's easy for a club to negotiate. I'm not saying every negotiation is easy. But Saliba was an Arsenal fan when he was a kid, bruv. I'm sure he was a bit pissed off going out 3 years in a row. But I'm sure if you're kind to him and don't offer him 50 and 60 grand a week, I'm sure he's rejected one offer, bruv. But I've been told it was like literally like, what's that word they use? I can't remember it, so I'm just going to say unacceptable. It's just an unacceptable offer. Where's everyone going? Guys, do be getting the likes on the video before you disappear. Fucking good evening, Phil. Wish him. How'd you feel about their mamas, bruvs? How you feel about their mamas? They got smashed by the mighty Brighton as well, bruvs. How's that? Is that taste still lingering in your mouth, son? Like a bit of fucking gone off liquor. That Brighton defeat must have tasted a bit like your pie mash, and then you've just poured a whole load of gone off liquor over your fucking gear. Shouts out to all the real ones. Evening, gents. How you doing, Phil? Edu. As oft you fucked you guys over and been taking the pay for the last few years. Bros, I'm not going to be like saying he's took the piss, but you know what? I'm still not a huge. There's Richarlison. The number 9 for the Brazil, eh? You scored no goals in the top for Tottenham in the Premier League, eh? But you still start over the Gabriel Jesus for the Brazil, eh? I don't get it. But fuck it, do you know what I mean? Because Jesus isn't that great either. I think Richarlison and Jesus, they've both got a fucking lot of questions to ask themselves. One cunt hasn't scored, and the other cunt's top of the league and ain't scoring. And remember, if anyone wants to get fast, he's just come back from injury, you bastard! You cretin, Danny! He's just come back from injury! He went 10, 11 games before he went to fucking the World Cup with 0 goals for Arsenal. So please, I'll shut you down before you even start having a go. Diversity. There you go. Directory. Sorry. It was derisory, bros. It was disgusting. Filthy. I was inspecting Sharon's box earlier and seeing Connie has left the spots. Yes, he has. He's gone. He's out. Hey, Phil, what could I do? Every week I was busting my ball. Only Harry Kane listens to me. Everyone else is a cocksucker at the club. They don't have the passion. They don't have the balls. They don't like to perform under the pressure. So personally, fuck them. I don't want to see the Tottenham no more. When I go home to Italy, I don't even want to look for their scores. I respect Harry Kane. I respect him. Everyone else, cocksucker. Guys, it is almost time to go, though. Things to do, people to see, and then possibly up dead early in the morning. I don't even know about that myself at this moment. Nagelsmann. Yes, I was saying this earlier. Someone ridiculed it when I said it, bro. Someone was like, what? Shut up. No, I think Manny was the one, not like shut up, but Manny was dead surprised. He was like, what? Are you sure? I was like, yeah, bro, this is what I'm hearing. Oh, God, I want to turn the sound up. Hey, they're showing the press conference when these fucking are going crazy, huh? One of the Sky, the sports, and the news, huh? I'm off to fill my box. I'm off to fill my box. What's that? What's that? Again, to fill my box. You being filthy? Guys, please hit the likes on the video and do be subscribing if you're new. Rice. I think it's a smokescreen, guys. I don't know if it's just, I hope it's a smokescreen now. I reckon we go back for Srason, especially if Thomas Partey has been involved in them gapes. Do you know what I mean? Newcastle. It's going to be left to KT in the summer. And worry, Man City and Chelsea bound. I'm fucking pissed. Srason, Arsenal, Chelsea. Florin Balogun. What happens next? Florin, another one. Ritz. He's the attacking midfielder who plays in Germany. Has been into Arsenal, Liverpool, and Manchester City today. Who is banging out the back of you? Who, me? No one. Bros, there's not a sound in this village, bros. They'll probably call the police on you if you fucking done a bit. Bros, that there, you get a knock on the door soon. Hello, mate, what's up? Yeah, I just heard some knocking. Yeah, I was knocking on my own wall. Oh, I thought you were calling for me. Bros, they're nosy bastards in the village, bros. You can't make noise. Bros, you know what I done? So you see your cigarette box? Not even the bottom bit, bros. You see the bit when you just rip it off and that, oh, bros, I flicked it off and off it went down the road. Some country cunt has only gone and picked it up. Bros, I'm there rolling a zoot on my lap in the car. Some cunt's only come up to win. So I kind of looked at him first, like, I got my zoot in my hand and I'm crumbling the fucking funk. I wonder what this cunt wants. So I thought, let me pretend I didn't hear it. I've looked at my zoot for a minute, kind of masked it up, and then looked back at him and I was like, okay. Put them in, I was like, yes. This is not a bin. I thought, you say what? It's not a bin. What ain't a fucking bin? Outside. He's now then started showing this to me. I was like, oh shit. Well, you see me throw that? Yeah, he's like, yes! I'm like, oh, I suppose you better give it to me then. I fucking just threw it in the car, like, and he's sticking to my finger. I was like, fuck off. You fuck off as well. You fuck off my finger. And between the both of you, can I just fucking roll my zoo in fucking peace? You country bitch. Up went the window. Up went the fucking music, giving it fucking all kinds of obscenities. And fuck the geezer. Bros, I need to get into London straight away, like yesterday, bros. It is that annoying here, seriously. So yeah, bros, I've just confirmed there was no banging, bros, because the only banging that happens in this village actually comes from fucking me. So no, not here. Christian, I'm not going to do no more. Delaney will have no charge to be in charge until the end of the season. Tottenham go coach while the board will look for new managers for the new season. Yes, it's a decent chance for him as well to kind of shine, I suppose, because like when Arteta would disappeared for that one game, was it one game? But we played really well against Man City, but we ended up heroically losing 2-1 in the last minute. I'm number two. I don't know. I think he got the team fucking ready that day. I don't know. I don't know. It's a good chance for him to kind of put himself in the shop window anyway when Tottenham do employ someone else and they don't want him as his number two, isn't it? You haven't told her, I'm not sure. No, I'm not so sure. I like him. I think he's a fantastic midfielder. I just think there's someone more combative than him and does the job that he does a little bit better in Moise Caicedo. It depends what you want from a midfielder, bros. You want someone creative who can play the number 10 as an attacking number 8, you go for Jude Bellingham, bros. If you want someone to close the doors and be a pit bull and be a fucking ankle biter and a snapper in the midfield, you've got to go for Caicedo. If you want someone that just is it's like Jordan Henderson 5-6 years ago, but still a lot better, someone that just mops up, tidies up, like Thomas Partey, you go and get Declan Rice. Declan Rice keeps things simple, keeps things moving, doesn't overexert, but never goes missing. Caicedo, for me, honestly, even though he's a snapper, he's the pit bull that I'm describing, he seems to be trying to improve every game. He is going forward. He shoots all over the gaff. It's a bit terrible. His final pass is lacking, but he ain't an attacking midfielder. He ain't a winger and he ain't a striker. So, I think at 21, by the time Caicedo is fucking Rice's age, 24, 25, Caicedo is double the player. So, yeah. And that bastard McDominay scored the brace, eh? Fucking hell. With Scotland today. What was the Scotland score? And he could be one to follow in the summer. Newcastle have his name on the list. Bros, that could be because Bruno Gomes could be leaving. I hear Man City want Bruno Gomes, but if Man City did get Gomes, they're willing to give up Calvin Phillips. 10 more games, guys, to try and get ourselves a league title. And then into that summer window, which is going to be a fucking massively interesting. I see Cam's name as well. Guys, I'm going to fuck off in a second. 1 hour and 14 minutes in. I always wonder, like, but what about Pochettino then? Or is Levy not subscribing to bringing his old boy back? Do you think he spoke to Pochettino? Nagelsmann, I keep hearing linked with them. It's all interesting. Are you doing a watch along for WrestleMania next weekend? If you want me to, bros, I will. The problem is, bros, I don't want to look like a dumbass. I have no idea the rules. I've never watched WrestleMania before. But I think it could get good views. So I'm in for the penny, in for a pound. I'll go for it. I'll go for it, bros. Bros, maybe you should do the watch along with me, bros. If you know these bastards, maybe you should come on my channel and do the watch along with me. But I know it's always on BT Sports. It's fucking on every night. So not WrestleMania, but I'm saying some form of fucking. I see Pochettino's face. I'm not so sure that this Stellini is honestly going to be there to the end of the season. They could be talking to Nagelsmann, Pochettino are out of a job, like Tuchel was until 40 hours ago, I suppose. Is a little bit, is like a better version of Neoneni, if you like. He's a lot better than Neoneni, and I see what you mean. In fact, I do see what you mean, because, yeah, Elneny, yeah, the poor man's right. He just keeps it moving and puts in a shift. Actually, that's quite true, actually. I like that. Is it true party is a nonce? You don't really hold back, do you, son? Yeah, I think it is true. Well, it's 100% true, bros. Well, I don't know what he done in them rooms, but it is him, if that's what you're saying. The Premier League footballer, the 29-year-old that's been arrested, not on one, not on two, but on 3 counts of hairy gape. Or hairy ape. Yeah, it's not funny, man. It is Thomas Partey, yeah. So I think he gets his contract ripped up in the summer. I think Ainsley Maitland-Niles gets his contract ripped up in the summer. I think Pepe gets his contract ripped up in the summer. That's 70, 80, 91, 110. That's almost 120, whatever you rate Maitland-Niles at. It's 120, 130 million worth of footballer there. All going to be going away from Arsenal for that much money. Bill Cosby. Shouts out to Yui. Yes, actually, the terminology was a bit off there, brother. He's more of a Bill, and I actually fully agree with that. It's Cosby and about the place, bro. Like Cosby himself. Like, come with me, No, seriously, don't even let me start. Guys, a little bit of Premier League news. Bruno Guimaraes linked to Manchester City. Man City are willing to give Calvin Phillips plus cash to get Bruno Guimaraes over the line. Juventus, they want to bring Schmeichel in from West Ham. Yes, they are willing to sell Dusan Vlahovic and take the cheaper option. They reckon they can get Schmeichel for £20 million from West Ham, as David Moyes don't really like the young brother. So Schmeichel offer Juventus. Not a bad move for him, as David Moyes does not seem to like him. Manchester United, yes, it's getting boring. Harry Kane and Victor Osimhen, yes. We've heard it before. We're going to hear it again before the end of the season. Newcastle want Ward-Prowse from Southampton and are willing to bid 45 to get the bidding started at £45 million. Whether they are a Premier League club or not come the end of the season. And Manchester United are set to sign Ruben Neves. I'm not sure how true that is, from Wolverhampton Wanderers for £37 million. If true, I think that's a really good deal. But I think he might only have like 18 months left in his contract in the summer. Like, he's one of them ones that signed 4.5 years, and he might. Don't know. That's one to check. Okay, the old hairy gape, the old hairy ape. Area not good. Yeah, bros. 3 counts of it as well, bros. So basically, this is what I do know on authority. While he was in custody for 1 count of gape, or ape, sorry, he got rearrested while in custody for another 2 counts of gape. So they've obviously been watching the situation. Whatever happened with his bird, where the legislation got him away with the gape before, I think he's been confidently started Bill Cosby again. Like, I'm a millionaire. I'm untouchable. My name is Cosby. I'm going out on Friday. I'm going to go out on Saturday. I'm going to draw a ting on Sunday. But I don't know. I don't know what like you can just with 1 week's wages, you could fuck through half of the world probably. Do you know what I mean? How much is he on a week? I don't know, 150 grand a week. Like, how many brasses could you get with that? Like, not that I'm saying it's right to go and buy 1,000 brasses, but ain't it easier than airy gape? Like, I'm going to a commercial break. Gape. I just don't get it. I don't. It just doesn't. The pennies just don't drop there. I fucking don't get it. Like, you could go on one of them fucking little pervy little fucking things, yeah, and you can hand pick and specify what is your taste of fucking Cosby in this evening. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've seen it done, guys. Like, I've seen, you know what I mean? I've seen it done. And I'm afraid to say, there is no excuse for these kind of fucking charges, man. You can buy yourself, you could jet in pussy from New York if you wanted to. You earn 150 grand a week. You could jet something in from fucking your hometown of Ghana. I want to bring 2 of you, yeah. Bring them then, you silly cunt. I don't get it. I fucking don't get it. It just doesn't. I don't know. There's just a bit in my mind that just doesn't get it. You see, you get Bruno Ramirez, Edo and Lego man messed up not signing. Bros, I'm hearing on authority that they're going to get rid of Phillips, and they're asking the question to West Ham over Declan Rice, and they are asking the question to Newcastle. And I'm hearing they're willing to go up to £45 million at least in Newcastle for Ramirez, and I think that's not bad. They paid 33 mil. They're willing to beat the fuck that money and then give £50 million worth of the fucking lead you. Like, if you're going to lose your star, like Declan Rice seems to be, he's definitely gone from West Ham. That's not a bad replacement. I'm not saying he's perfect, but it's not bad, and you get money on top. I'm fucking thirsty. Let's be honest, if you look win the league, your fans will be happy enough waiting another 19 years for the next one. I won't be, bro. See, that's what I mean. This is why I believe our squad, we've been very lucky. And I'm not comparing us to Leicester, but Man City will not have a season like they did this year. Liverpool will not have a season like they did this year. Man United, for me, are only going to improve under Ten Hag. Can Tottenham be a shit? Who knows? Probably, actually. So let's rule them out. Chelsea. For me, they've already got enough talent there to be a brilliant team. They just need to settle it down and have a really good manager, whether Harry Potter is good enough for that role. And then after Chelsea have signed a fucking Neymar and Cuckoo and all the stupidness that they're going to clearly do, Man City have already stated that they want Maddison, they want Bellingham. Liverpool also want Bellingham. Man United want Harry Kane, they want Frankie de Jong. Once all this happens, and I think there will be a fucking massive transfer merry-go-round in the summer, because people will be pissed off. CEOs will be pissed off that Arsenal, with 11 good players and literally nothing in reserve, won a league title. People are going to improve themselves. And yes, bros, the only truth you're saying there is, I just hope it ain't another 19 years, clearly. But I see where you're coming from, as in, I don't think we'll win the title the year after if we win it this year. But I want us to remain competitive. And if we are to have balls, and we still don't have to go and spend 500 mil on nothing silly, 200 mil, 150 mil, and I still think we're nice. Sesado, this, that, and that. You sell fucking bruvs, you sell Holding, you sell fucking Pepe, even if you get 5 mil for the cunt. You sell your Mari, you sell your Tavares, you sell your Jorginho, maybe 5 mil, 8 mil. You release Thomas Partey because I can't see no one signing him. Depending on how this charges are going on in the summer, and if it looks like he's going to be jailed or if it's a bit exaggerated or a bit of hype. Who? Barca. Ramon Vega's on TV talking about Tottenham. Why is he wearing a Celtic shirt? Oh, there was some sort of celebrity ding dong. So was it Celtic Rangers? Some celebrities. I think Gerrard might have scored as well. Or was it Liverpool? I fuck knows. I don't know. I've been hearing Gerrard scored some sort of goal and whatever. Oh, let me see what T is saying. Guys, it is time to go though, regardless. Gonna come back to T right now. Who do you follow, Philip? Who do you follow? Fang West Ham! Sharon's made a few allegations against myself. The mighty hammers. Go on, son. Danny, I must admit, I have been an Xhaka hater for a very long time, but the man has been solid and deserves appreciation. I absolutely despised him when he threw away the armband. But to be honest with you, if you still watch Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey's not in the team, he's not that brilliant. But he has improved as a human being. The mistake that calamity 2 or 3 stupid mistakes a season has removed itself. He isn't as immature getting himself sent off. So for them reasons, he's improved himself as a human being, as a footballer. But I'm a realist, and I'll say it the way it is, bruvs. If Thomas Partey doesn't play tomorrow, Xhaka looks very shy in that midfield, especially when he's got like a Lokonga. I know Lokonga's at Palace now, but when I see Lokonga and Xhaka, I can't remember which game it was this season. Fucking hell, they got the piss took out of them. So Granit ain't that good, bruvs. He's all right. He's improved. His attitude's improved. He actually gives a fuck now. He's actually paying attention. He's actually giving 100%. But and yes, and the stupid 2, 3, or 4 calamity mistakes a season, yes, that's gone. And the silly sending offs seem to have gone. Touch wood, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Bill Cosby, he's not that guy that sings Christmas songs. Don't you remember the Cosby Show? You know it, you know? But this new role is supposed to be exactly his real role. Again, he plays the same way for the Swiss national team. Has done wonders for him. However, we need someone to start ahead of him. Exactly, bros. Like he's all right. He's a good player, bros. And I thank him for everything he's done this season. If he's a squad player next season, that won't break my heart. But you know what I mean? Possibly at 29-30, you won't be more than a squad player. Because I would still like to think he could be a squad player next season. Do you know what I mean? But then again, Thomas Partey ain't going to be there, so he will be he'll be one of the main people again next season. Yui, also Jim will fix it. Oh shit. Mudrak had flashes of murder earlier. Well, but yeah, flashes of very fast turns of speed. I don't know. He's still the best player on the pitch for Ukraine. Or am I just blinded? I still think he was the best player on the park for Ukraine. Agrizovic, Coventry goalkeeper, played till he was about 42. Steve Ogrizovic. Bro, this new 3-2-4-1 system deployed by Pep is very dangerous. The tactical change by Pep will give us a real challenge, and they might even win the Champions League. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, Bayern Munich is going to be an energy. Is that like we're not in Europe no more? I don't know. I can't remember who they've got in the FA Cup, but hopefully it's a tough game. What have they got? I can't remember. But they're going to have an FA Cup semi-final coming up. They're going to have 2 fucking very difficult games against a Bayern Munich and a new manager installed in Thomas Tuchel. And when they come back from international break, their first game is away at Liverpool. If Liverpool are not to beat Man City, it's looking precarious that they could be a top 4 team for me this season. And if Tottenham was to win the first game back on the international break, I think that puts them 9 points clear in pole position for taking the Champions League spot, finishing 4th place, basically. So, for me, with Bayern Munich with a semi-final and with Anfield awaiting as soon as they will come back from international break. Like, let's just say they lost, bros, and we won at home to Leeds on April the 1st. We're fucking 10 points clear. Even though they'll have a game in hand, that would only make it if they win that 7 points. It would still be 7 points clear. No, sorry, it would be 11 points clear if we beat Leeds. You know what I mean? Sorry for my bad maths. Do you know what I mean? So, if they fuck up at Anfield, bros, this has got to be our league. But we'll see. If they go to Anfield and win 3 or 4-0 and Haaland just scores all 3-4 of them, we're going to be sitting here like, fuck, they're coming for us. They're coming for us. They're coming. Like, 1, 2, Conti's coming for you. Like what I was saying last January and February and March. Will Haaland be singing that song to Arsenal fans over the next month or so? 1, 2, the big Haaland is coming for you. 3, 4, you better grow a ponytail. I still reckon you've got a bunny boy line hotel. Nice. John Monker. I do believe he was a West End midfielder. Ian Bishop was definitely a West End midfielder. And Steve Ogrizovic, I've already answered. I must have seen his name first. Okay, fair enough. I just like Steve Ogrizovic then. The ex-Coventry goalkeeper. Even if Liverpool draw with City and we win against Leeds, we have a good advantage. That's for sure. But City will be dangerous. Well, obviously, bros, any cunt that's got Ireland that can just go and score 5 and 6 goals in a game, of course you're going to be dangerous, bros. That's just what, and they're already a good team. Do you know what I mean? Tuchel has has a good record against Pep. He certainly has, bros. I think, like in 10 games, he may have won 5, drawn 2, lost 3, or was it the other way around? I don't know. Sky was telling me this last night. 1, 2, the mighty West Ham are coming for you. 1, 2, David Moyes is gonna give one to you. You've never been the same since the skipper left last season, bros. I blame everything on the skipper leaving. Old Mark Noble. I think you've just not been the same. Can you shed some light on this, bros? I think Mark Noble was a leader of fucking men. And even though Declan Rice is the much better footballer, maybe he's not a leader of geezers, of fucking geezers. Because I tell you what, I fucking tell you something, son. The pie, the mash, the liquor, it's not been the same since Mark Noble left that club. I'm telling you, it's fucking criminal. And I'm going to go down as a West Ham fan and say it. Without Noble, we're in fucking banging trouble, you cunts. Guys, I've got to go at 1.5 on the clock. That means the 90 minutes has been completed today. Shouts out to you, E, to Usman, to Phil, to Cam, to Craig, to Linda, to all the boys in the group, to Cam, to Jean RB, Phil Mitchell, to Daniel He, to Tyler, to all of the fucking real ones, to Craigie, if I didn't say his name, fucking Craigie. WrestleMania coming up. I can't believe that the Tyson Fury fight is out the window. You blowjobs. Europa has effed us, bruv. No squad to complete in 2 competitions. Moyes wants the Conference League. But surely not at the expense of the Premier League. But I don't think you're going down anyway. Like I've said, well, then again, everyone said West Ham were too good to go down. Rio Ferdinand, Joe Cole, it happened. But you're not going down this year. Nah, you're not going down this year, brother. And if you can get the Conference League, I believe that would actually keep Moyes' job for another year. In my professional opinion. Right, let's have a couple more to close. I think City will destroy Bayern in the Champions League. It takes time for a newly hired manager to understand his team and the club. Great appointment with Bayern Munich, but strange timing. It certainly was, considering they're only a point behind in the league race. They're in champion. They're fighting for 4 trophies again this season, so it was weird timing. But I heard it was more Nagelsmann, or it's been reported more on Sky. I'm not going to say I heard that, but Sky, BT, etc. They've kind of reported that even if he ever had the training room, that he had lost the fucking players' fucking respect and everything, even if he ever had it. Brian Roy, Dutch winner, once of Nottingham Forest. See you tomorrow. I'm off to give Sharon a right doing. You fucking do it, son. Give her one from me, my son. Give her one from me, as you do. Guys, and yes, it is almost time to go. Please, please, please begin the likes on the video. Declan Rice, is that a smokescreen? Lee Dixon has said something very similar. The former Gooner, the former Arsenal right back, George Graham days, Wenger days as well. He reckons it's a bit of a smokescreen. He reckons we're still after Moses to say, though. If you look at that Italian dickhead's tweets recently, Fabrizio Romano has said Arsenal still are very much interested in Saicedo. He's gone as far as to say, remember, I say it first. Arsenal admire Romeo Lavea of Southampton. They're 2 fucking beautiful midfielders, 19 and 21. I think they'll come in and make a fucking big impression at Arsenal, guys. I think they'll make a huge impression at Arsenal. Jason Lee. He's got a pineapple on his head. He's got a pineapple on his head. He's got a pineapple on his head. He's got a on his head. Again, Nottingham Forest. Yeah, he literally, that guy there with a fucking, I don't want to call it dreadlocks, but dreadlocks in the form of a pineapple, I think. I don't know. Yeah, a geezer that couldn't really score goals. Nottingham Forest, and then I think he fucked off to the lower league divisions after that. I think his swan song, his 15 minutes or his 13 and a half minutes of fame, I do believe, come at Nottingham Forest. Hit me up, UE, if you got 1 or 2 more quickly, while I'm on a hot streak as usual. But guys, it is time to go though. I've got to discuss with T if I'm going to go and do a round of, I was going to say golf. That's a new word for it. I'm going to go and do a round of golf in the morning with T. But yeah, I've got to see if it's to work or to not to work. Guys, have we got an acceptable amount of likes on the video? Shouts out to everyone that's been here. Phil Mitchell, UE, Osman, you are the man of the match. You have thrown, as you always used to. So I'm fucking amazing. Where are these birds coming from? Hiccup, sorry. As you always do, you give me some wonderful questions, and where I have to answer them very interestingly, well, because they're good questions. You know what I mean? Good questions make the stream. So shouts out to you, Usman, the captain and the man of the match this evening. But guys, on that bombshell, I think I'm going to go. Bad news, guys. That the Thomas Partey, man, very deflating on a very good season. There's no way around it. It's a 1,000,000,000% him. Do you know what I mean? And it isn't one count of Gape no more. It's 3 counts. I take it we go on with him until the end of the season. I don't know. What can we do, innit? Would Arsenal take this? Then again, on the George Graham back in the day, would have just took the stand and said, no, he's not playing no more. I don't know. On the Wenger, I don't think Wenger would allowed him to have played no more. I don't know if Arsenal have got a choice. We're trying to win a fucking we're trying to win the Premier League here. But after international break, it will be interesting to see the atmosphere around Thomas Partey and around the whole camp. And if everyone's still loving Thomas Partey as much as, well, before the hat-trick of Hairy Ape allegations against him. But guys, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. The transfer gossip merry-go-round always continues, whether it's Bruno Gomes linked to Man City or if it's Arsenal reshaping their midfield for next season. Rene Oliveira, brilliant at 19. He's had a fantastic season at Southampton. Remember, like, Ward-Prowse gets all the fucking plaudits there because of his corner taking, his spot on free kicks. He's now the record fucking scorer for free kicks, which is pretty impressive over motherfuckers like Beckham, who was a very good free kick taker. So, you know what I mean? And at a struggling team, I think Oliveira's had a fucking fantastic season. And at 19 years old, I think he's had massive balls at Southampton because he's went from academy football to Premier League football in a relegation battle. I think that puts hairs on your chest. You know what I mean? I think that puts massive hairs on your chest. Jason Lee, we doing that. Thanks, bro. Great stream. We'll try my best to catch you live as often as possible. Thank you so much, my brother. Shout out to you, my G. Always good to know that I'm bringing some of the realest information and also still keeping it entertaining. And the show must go on, as always, on Danny AFC TV, bros. No matter what level the channel stays at, it's been hard work, innit? But then again, people, again, I'm not going to go into it, the social media accusing one of this and that and the other. It kind of sticks and it tarnishes names, do you know what I mean? And it just makes me think the characters that still done that, I can still go sleep and think about them carefully and think what I'd do to them if I met them personally on road. But on that note, guys, please smash the fucking granny out of the like buttons. Do be subscribing if you're new. It is time to go. I don't know my schedules for the rest of the week because it's international. Should we have a quick look at what's going on for the rest of the week, guys? Before I do go. Right. Holland, Gibraltar is tomorrow. Republic of Ireland, France. Guys, I think I'll be back tomorrow at 7:45 to do Republic of Ireland versus France. You have also got Moldova, Czech Republic. Poland versus Albania. That's going to be a blinding game, isn't it? Fuck off. Austria versus Estonia. Another blinding game. Sweden versus Azerbaijan. Another blinder. Hungary versus Bulgaria. Bear entertainment there. And Montenegro versus the Serbia. Another blinder there. So the only 2 games I'd actually watch there is Holland, Gibraltar, because they're probably going to score a few Holland. But Republic of Ireland and France is clearly the fixture of the day tomorrow. On to Tuesday, you've got AFC Wimbledon versus Walsall. Guys, I'm going to try a League 2 or a League 1 club next. We've tried Air United. You have Turkey versus Croatia, Wales, Latvia, Kosovo, Andorra, Romania, Belarus, Switzerland, Israel. Bollocks to that. Let's see if we got anything on Wednesday. What was that? Barcelona what? Oh, Barcelona, yeah. No, you're good. Argentina versus... Who? Sorry? Argentina versus Krakow. That's in Poland, so I don't know. Fuck knows, no. Burnley, Stockport. All right, that seems to be the end of the internationals there. Yeah, Marseille, Montpellier. On Friday, Saturday, we start going back to all Oh, lovely. The international break isn't exactly as long as I thought. Man City, Liverpool. What a fixture. But guys, on that bombshell, I might cover Ireland versus the French tomorrow. Even though Ireland will get beat 4-1, they'll go 1-0 up and play a really good first 20 minutes, and then they'll just get shattered by Mbappe, I don't know, Edouard Camavinga, whoever the fuck's playing, do you know what I mean? Rabiot will pop up just because it is against Ireland. But as you do, shouts out to all the Irish. If Irish is a fucking smiling. Shouts out to all the real ones. Please hit the likes on the video. I probably will be in the build. It'll be late because I'm working tomorrow till, yes, I probably would be in the building at 8, 8:15. But I may jump in maybe 20, 30 minutes into the Ireland-France game. And then I'll be back for 10 p.m. live as fucking usual. So, guys, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribed if you're new. And I'll see you at 10 p.m. tomorrow, if not a little earlier. Possibly an Ireland versus France watch along. Guys, peace out. Good night. And happy Monday, motherfuckers. Nah, I missed the button. Happy Monday tomorrow, motherfuckers.